Hey everybody, welcome to the Monday edition of Kayal Podcast's Home. Doing video today for multiple reasons, one of which happens to be that I have light today. So, a little bit of light that I have, I'm going to get a quick video in. I've not given up on, but I've decided that these videos don't need to be an hour long. They don't. They just need to be quick, concise, to the point, and here we go. So, let's see now. Weekend was good. I did not do the live stream of the building of the Steadicam like I had hoped I would, because I'm trying to do all the research. I only want to have to build it once. I have one material that I am trying to not have to junk up by having to fix things multiple times. So the idea is I'm going to have it be tight, because my idea was if it dangles and it's loose, then what I would have to do is have a lot of weight, which I am going to do. But the more I thought about it was, all I needed to do is have it be tight and taut, so that if there's any shock from side to side, it's gonna get rid of the side to side swing. So then what else? I made contact with a couple of artists, or I should say one artist, really, but anyway, so my plan is to enter the Ghost City comic contest, which is the 5x5, where they give you a set number of pages, and they give you a prop, a dialogue, and it has to take part in a scene. So gonna get working on that, just get registered. What else did I get done? I definitely got something done. Last Friday was the most god-awful recording session I've ever had with my phone. Mind you, complaining about something I didn't pay for. I got pretty much all my applications either free or free apps, and I'm not using my good stuff. I'm using the software I have with my computer is also free, but it's way more robust. I can trim videos, I can edit things, I can add things on top, I can have all the stuff that I would really need to make videos. But I like this because I'm basically taking this and on the go, basically. As long as I have Wi-Fi to save things, and if my phone is charging, I can do things. So, and I'm deleting the videos as they go. I mean, these are not throwaway videos, but unless YouTube deletes my stuff, I'm keeping the files and the produced videos. But the way that I have to edit things on clip, I make the clips, I make the segments, and then I put all the segments together so that it's way more organized that way. So I did not watch any football this weekend. Not a single snap. I did, however, check the scores, and that's it's an interesting way to take in, if you have the ESPN app, you take in the events of the game through the box score, and you just constantly check it, and it's not as enjoyable as watching a football game. However, it is weirdly entertaining to check the score and be like, holy shit, what the hell just happened? Actually, no, I lied. The only game I took in, of course, was Tennessee Titans versus New England Patriots, and for one drive, I really thought this would be a game that Tennessee would have the ability to put points on the board. And it comes out after the game that Marcus Mariota, their quarterback, who, unfortunately for him, he's injury prone. I mean, like, I think he tore his calf or pulled a hamstring or something. He did something that made him less than what they needed. And they had to change their offense to work with him. And going into the game, everyone was like, oh, Mike Mularkey, he's going to be our coach. Like, we believe in him. Then they lose against the Patriots, and they mutually decide to split ways. So what that tells me is they wanted to fire somebody, and he said no. Like, we're not changing the way we're doing things. Like, we're not bringing in another offensive coordinator for Mariota. Or, I don't know, maybe Mularkey's a offensive guy, so maybe they didn't want to change his system out. So there's that. Some of you may be noticing right now that I did a shitty job of shaving this morning. I shouldn't say I did a shitty job so much as I did a quick job, as in, like, my sideburns. All right, screw it, I have sideburns today. Like, the spot that you would normally miss, like, you missed it. Like, I definitely missed it really bad. Like, for me, it's always, like, right underneath my nose and underneath my chin. Like, there's always a spot. But I have to change the blade on my razor just because you can only have a blade for so long before it just starts missing spots. Like, it just doesn't have the same cut as it did before. Like, once you get to a blade that's pulling your hair, get rid of it. Like, the worst shave I ever had was, I went to a dollar store and I bought a bag of single blade safety razors. And they had no wet strip, they had no guide. Like, all they had was plastic on the edge of it and a single razor blade, which I had a full beard at the time, or close to a full beard, and I didn't have a buzzer, so I went straight shaving, and I went through that entire goddamn bag. I shit you not, that bag, and took the whole thing to kill that beard. And I was cut up afterwards. For safety razors, my ass. Like, I got more cuts from about 5 or 6 of those blades than I've ever had in the entire time I've been shaving. Like, I could shave a zit off and bleed less than what those fuckers did to me. Holy shit. So, I'm trying to think of, I finally sat down and watched Dave Chappelle's New Year's release, and I really wish we could get more specials like the second one, where it's not a packed theater, it's not a like big production, because I feel like we as a society have come to expect more from comedians. Like Dane Cook, I think, was the pinnacle, where he was on a circular platform in Madison Square Garden, and that Dane Cook Madison Square Garden special, to me, is something I marvel at. Not because it was the funniest. I mean, certain things, like, it's a certain brand of humor I think he has, but the command, the ability to control a audience, and I don't like he's kind of gone off into ether. I mean, he's probably made a couple movies. I mean, he didn't really, like, a lot of the comedies that he made could have been anybody, and that's the worst thing you can do as a comedian when you're making stuff. Like, like Chris Rock. Like, there was very few movies of Chris Rock's where I could definitely say only Chris Rock could have come up with that. With, like, now just compared to the best one, like Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy's movies, I can't see anyone other than Eddie Murphy doing those. Like Beverly Hills Cop, Trading Places, with what's his name? The guy from Ghost. Dan Aykroyd. Like, they only, I don't think they did more than one movie together. I know that back in the day they wanted to do Ghostbusters. The guy who played Winston wasn't supposed to be Winston, but here's the thing about Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters was, just to give you a quick thing, the original idea for Ghostbusters was not Ghostbusters. So Dan Aykroyd has a lot of crazy ideas, and a lot of them are like really cool when they're like properly like presented. If you ever want to see what Dan Aykroyd comedy looks like, uncontrolled, unrestrained, nothing but trouble. So anyway, with comedy, with the Dave Chappelle, it's not that they're bad, and it's not that they weren't topical, but some of, like, his last two specials, like, that released either last year or the year before, those things were in the can. Like, they were specials that were shot, I think, before Dave had a Netflix deal, and I'm not entirely sure about that, but that's how they felt. Then the third one was funny, and the first one that he released ever for Netflix was funny as well. With like he had to work for it, but it was like his Bill Cosby bit is like, that's like that was like master like comedy act building. So then it comes down to the fourth one, and the fourth one is what I wish more comedians would do. Go to a comedy club. Like I found out that one was shot at the Comedy Store in I think they call it the Belly Room. Go to it, my comedy club that I usually go to is Stress Factory in New Brunswick, and that one is a basement. It's a brick wall. It's a spotlight, and like you have 180 degrees of audience, and that one is nice for like interacting with the crowd, gearing it towards the crowd, and but the one problem I think I had with I forget if it was the first or the second one, but the problem with comedy is that if they're joking about something that's not true or disregards the truth, and it like the truth kind of like there is like information kills jokes, and they inform jokes. So if a joke is uninformed, it's like a really like dangerous spot, because like one comedian I saw at Stress Factory, she was talking about Caitlyn Jenner, about how Caitlyn Jenner wants to become a man again, and that was a rumor that started 2 years ago. So that either speaks to her act or the fact that she's relying on false information. And like something like that hurts the truth. Like if you know better, it's harder to laugh. So that's why like observation humor, if you're observing just random shit that you're making up and there's no truth to it, then it's not funny. Or it's not as funny as it should be. Because to me, the truth is the ultimate weapon in comedy. Because if you can build on a foundation of truth, then you will kill. Because it's something about the truth, like even if it is horrible, like it gives you that extra strength, that extra foundation that gets to people. Alright, what are my goals for this week? This week I have to send out the 3 red stylo like ideas that I have. Then I got to prepare for this thing I want to do for Ghost City, because a bunch of people I know went for it, and I think Alterna Comics is backing them, or someone on that level. Then I got to get more chapters done on the Whatever Happened to Shield Lad. I definitely got to do that. I feel like if I just pick a day that I want to be done with it, like completely done, I would have something to work towards. But I'm afraid to do that. So that, and I also have to start talking to people about wanting to be in the I still haven't come up with a satisfactory title for the movie I want to make. So I have to come up with that, and I got to finish the Fake Geek Girl. So I'm going to post a list on my Twitter, and I'm going to post a list on my Instagram of things I want to get done in the order. So once I decide that, I'm going to do my immediate goal is to do that. I want to set 5 things for myself just to get that done. So there's that. All right, it's starting to get dark out, folks, so stay safe, all that, stay warm. Peace.